Is WWE's big idea for Nikki Bella and her return actually a huge mistake? I think what you think is about to happen is really a completely 180 situation. It's something in which you're not thinking about, but if you start to connect the dots, it all makes sense. And it's also something in which I don't think fans are giving enough focus on. It's not enough discussion, and that's what we're going to be discussing in today's video. Nikki Bella is slated to do a program with Liv Morgan. That kicked off this week on Monday Night Raw. This is a significant moment for Nikki Bella. This is a significant moment for Liv Morgan. The reason I say that is we are literally having a nostalgia run with Nikki Bella right now. Now, there will be Nikki Bella fans. There will be Nikki Bella non-supporters, I guess, if you will. I was a fan of Nikki Bella, but I wasn't a huge fan of Nikki Bella, so I'm a little torn on this, and I'm a big fan of Liv Morgan. And Liv Morgan, obviously one of WWE's biggest stars, and so when I saw this initial angle, I it gave me a lot of excitement. I got excited about it because I figured, okay, this is where WWE is going, which is before they threw the absolute curveball of the century. I looked at it and go, okay, Nikki Bella, she's coming back. She wants to do something at Evolution, right? She was a huge part of Evolution 1, so she wants to do big things at Evolution 2 on July 13th. And Liv Morgan needs a dance partner, and she needs a dance partner with pretty good star power, and that's what Nikki Bella brings, right? And so they do the initial angle on Monday Night Raw, and Liv lays out Nikki. And I'm like, okay, this is good. This is good. Liv is the heel. She got some heat on Nikki. Nikki needs some sympathy, even though she's better off as a heel than a babyface, but I digress. And they're off to the races. We're going to get a singles match between Liv Morgan and Nikki Bella at Evolution 2. This is great, right? Liv's going to go over. Nikki, she'll get her a little nostalgia run, but she was going to put her with a younger guard. She's never had an issue with doing jobs, so why not do it with Liv? And then TMZ reports that Brie Bella is in talks with WWE. And then it's reported by WrestleVotes that Brie Bella and Nikki Bella have been pitched a creative idea in which would see them team up, reunite, and challenge Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez for the Women's Tag Team Championships at Evolution 2. And I had done a previous video talking about how I thought this was bad news for Liv Morgan and the fact that they were going to dethrone her. And then I was thinking, okay, yes, it's very bad for Liv. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of her putting over the Bellas. I don't like her putting over a nostalgia act. I don't like her putting over former stars when she's one of WWE's biggest stars and has been for over the last year and a half, and WWE continues to push her as that. It also got me thinking, though, that this is not going to work. It's just not. The Bella Twins are a nostalgia act who, while yes, popular in certain sectors, especially in reality television within the demographics of women and young women, I don't think this is going to work for a multiple of reasons. The Bella Twins are not as over as WWE would like you to think. Nikki Bella and Brie Bella were an act that was pushed because of Vince. Okay? Nikki Bella was better than Brie, certainly. Better on the mic, better in the ring. I think she helped carry Brie in a lot of ways. Obviously, there's history between Brie and Liv. Last time they were in the ring, Brie knocked her out by kicking her in the face multiple times by accident. I think this is also going to fail because Nikki is not going to be as over as she once was. She's not going to be over as someone. You got to keep in mind, she hasn't wrestled on a full-time basis in about 10 years. That's a huge gap between. We're not talking about Trish Stratus or Lita or someone that was beloved in this company. She just wasn't. Like I said, she was better off as a heel, and the majority of her run, she was a heel. So we're having a nostalgia act. We're having a nostalgia act that wasn't really super over in the first place. We're also going to not play to her strengths, which is a heel. And we're expected this to work in this generation. Another issue with this return and plans is the fact that Nikki Bella was a better character. She was a better promo than a wrestler. In this day and age, wrestling matters. If you can't wrestle, that's a huge problem. Now, in my opinion, I think what sets the megastars apart from everyone else is you have to have a ton of charisma, a ton of personality that go along with it. But I feel like there's a real possibility 10 years older and out of her prime, Nikki Bella may get outclassed in the ring, and that won't help her chances, especially as a babyface. Because typically, if you're a heel, you don't have to be the greatest in-ring worker in the world. But I also think as a babyface, you need to be able to go out there and shine and really work hard, get the fan support, get them behind you, and move on like that. So if I'm WWE, if I'm Nikki Bella, I would be pretty concerned that this may go off the rails very, very soon. And I'm very curious to see, will WWE actually pull the trigger? Will they actually put the championships on the Bella Twins? Because we have seen and heard them talk about for years how they always wanted to be women's tag team champions, how they always wanted to have their kids be able to see them wrestle. And now they're going to get a real opportunity to do so. I think that's another reason why we're going to get it. Nikki Bella had stated in a recent interview with Sports Illustrated that she likes being back, but she feels like something's missing and that she hopes Brie will join her in her return. I expect she will. There's really no reason why. I know there's a lot of people talking about, well, Brie's husband, Brian Danielson, he's a key member of the AEW creative team. He was a top star before he was sidelined with his neck injury. And it's like, yeah, but the Bella Twins never appeared in AEW. I know Brie technically appeared on television to celebrate with her husband at All In, but still, does that really count? I don't know. I don't see them. I think if look, here's what I'm getting at. WWE is, they're an interesting company where if they want to feel offended, they will. But if they think that it's in their best interest and they get to gain something, they slowly lose that offended feeling. And I think they're going to deal with that with Brie. I think they're going to deal with that with Nikki. And I think they're going to overlook the fact that Bryan Danielson is in a rival promotion. Okay. I understand WWE is extraordinarily petty when it comes to AEW, but I think in this case, I think they're going to make the exception. I really do. I could be wrong, but I think they're going to make the exception here. So we're going to have to see how this all plays out. We're going to have to see what WWE ends up doing with the Bella Twins, with Brie Bella, with Nikki Bella. Will they put over the Bella Twins, or will they put over Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez? Right, like that's the big question, and we're gonna find out very, very soon because Evolution 2 is quickly upon us. Right, July 13th, it's gonna be going down. It's gonna be taking place. It's gonna be an interesting show for sure, and I'm certainly very interested in seeing what they end up doing. Let me know down in the comments area below. What do you think WWE will be doing?